In the world of sports, much controversy arises over who are some of the fastest, strongest, and overall greatest athletes of all time. As a sports junkie like myself, I love to debate these topics. My name is Tyler Schweitzer, and my main proposition is that Tom Brady is the single most clutch quarterback in the history of the NFL. Clutch can be defined as accomplishing a feat in a difficult or important situation. I believe Brady is the most clutch because of these following reasons. He's the greatest performer in Super Bowl history. His record in the playoffs proves his efficiency, and he's a proven winner throughout his entire career. So an athlete's play and championship appearances is a major area to critique their success. Over Tom Brady's storied 16-year career and counting, he has led his team, the New England Patriots, to 7 Super Bowls while winning 5, both of those being Super Bowl records. No other player in the history of the NFL has even been to 7 championships, much less won 5. Chris Chase, a writer for Fox Sports, states that Tom Brady has played in the Super Bowl in 44% of his career seasons, almost half. Among QBs with multiple Super Bowl starts, Russell Wilson is the next closest with only 2 Super Bowls. In terms of records by quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, Brady practically holds every single record. Blake Schuster, a sports analyst for SB Nation, states that in Super Bowl play, Brady now holds the record for most passing yards in the Super Bowl, most touchdown passes in the Super Bowl, most fourth quarter comebacks, as well as game-winning drives in Super Bowl history, as well as most Super Bowl MVPs with 4. Brady's elevated play in championship contention shows why he's the most clutch quarterback in the NFL. Tom Brady's performance in the playoffs is another reason he's considered the most efficient quarterback in the NFL. In 14 out of his 16-year career as a starter, Brady has led the Patriots to a playoff appearance. Since Brady took over at the quarterback position, the Patriots have failed to make the postseason only twice. One of those years where he was being injured and only played in 1 game. Brian Spurlock, a sports analyst for USA Today Sports, declares, Brady has played in the 14 postseasons and only twice have the Patriots been one and done, meaning that they have lost in the first game only twice. Now, winning 5 championships is a sign of greatness, but winning games in 12 of 14 playoff appearances shows a remarkable level of consistency that the NFL has never seen before. Peyton Manning, who some consider to be the next best quarterback behind Peyton Manning, behind Tom Brady, has only made it to the postseason 15 times and was out in the opening round in 9 of those appearances, considerably more than Brady. As previously stated, Chris Chase, the writer for Fox Sports, also states Tom Brady has more playoff wins in his career, with 24, than all but 6 NFL franchises do in their entire existence. The next highest QB on the list is Joe Montana, who only has 16 wins. That's a gap of 8 games. Only 13 other quarterbacks in the history of the NFL have even started that many playoff games, much less 1. All playoff games in the NFL are win or go home, and Tom Brady's level of play during these appearances is another reason he's the most clutch quarterback to ever do it. Athletes who are deemed to be clutch get the job done in the most pivotal moments of the game. Tom Brady is key in situations such as these. He's the second of all time on career comeback wins, only trailing future Hall of Famer Peyton Manning, and is expected to pass him up this season. Brady is the sole leader in playoff comeback wins with 7, which is 2 more than the next guy on the list, Joe Montana, who some deem to be the most clutch and greatest quarterback of all time. His most famous and most recent comeback win was in this past Super Bowl, when the Patriots found themselves down 28-3 with 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Brady then proceeded to lead his team to a 25-point comeback win, a Super Bowl record, eventually beating the Falcons in overtime 34-28. Daniel Rappaport, an analyst for Sports Illustrated, states prior to Super Bowl 51, no team had ever come back from more than a 10-point deficit to win. So it's safe to say that the Patriots' comeback was the best in Super Bowl history by far. Tom Brady has also excelled at the quarterback position at every stage throughout his career. From his early days as a rookie, passing over his peak, and now being a 17-year veteran in the NFL, Brady is coming off one of his statistically greatest seasons in the greatest season of all time. Adam Wells, a sports analyst for Bleacher Report, goes on to state he's coming off one of his best seasons, throwing for 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions during the 2016 regular season. The Patriots won their 5th championship since 2001, defeating the Atlanta Falcons. Brady was named Super Bowl MVP for the 4th time after winning a 25-point comeback win. Brady turned 40 years old this past August. Over the course of his 17-year career on the Patriots, many players and coaches have come and gone, but the only consistent factors during the Patriots' success are Bill Belichick, the Patriots head coach, and Tom Brady, the quarterback. Given all these factors about Tom Brady's performance in the playoffs, Super Bowl, as well as unique ability to find the comeback win, it's easy to see why he's the most clutch quarterback in the NFL. Thank you.
Honestly,
You can say that in another place. Better. Is that more questions? Is that the best way? Yeah. My best advice would be to say Aaron Rodgers or Joe Montana. Argue that back in the day when passing was destroyed it.
All right, Tyler, the proposition is very clearly identified. I like the fact that you offer us a definition of what you mean by clutch. There's an excellent preview of what the supporting structure is going to be. You avoid getting into the issues of who's the best or the greatest. I thought you did a good job at that, sticking to your criteria on, clutch or effective or performing under the pressure circumstances. I thought that you did an excellent job on that. It's very well organized and easy to follow. I do think that a couple of times in the body of the speech, your structure that you laid out at the beginning needed to be highlighted a little bit more, the secondary claims. Although I knew what you had said at the beginning, so I kind of knew where things were supposed to fit. I think you could probably maybe add a little bit to that so that it's clearer as we're listening to it. But those are that's a minor quibble when it comes to structure issues. The information in the speech, there's just a ton of statistical information, lots of examples, a lot of authorities that get cited there. I like the comparative data that you provide on a regular basis to make your argument. And like I said, you're very consistent about providing us with the source citations of all that information. So that's really a solid thing. The one thing that I think is a little problematic, and I don't know if we've talked about these things before, is the question of whether or not there is, controversy on this issue. And you kind of bring up, some of the points concerning other quarterbacks and why they might have been perceived this way. And I think you could emphasize that a little bit more to show that there is a dispute, so that it's not just an informative speech about how, here are all Brady's statistics, and I dare you to try and find somebody who matches up against him, but really, making the argument that says, look, claims have been made for this person or this person. Historically, there's been this perspective. Brady's been criticized for X, Y, and Z. But here are the results. That sort of thing. If only he wasn't a cheater. Which I imagine will be one of the rebuttal issues that comes up, And I don't really think he's a cheater, but we'll see. We'll see what the arguments are on that particular point.
You already do.
Okay. Thank you.